Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on the XHB, which follows the home builder sector. And if you watch my other videos, you know I've been tracking this one mainly because this is a good indicator of what's going on with the housing industry and so forth. And this is one that you want to follow. Once again, like oil or gold or those broader economic indicators, you always want to know what's going on with the home builders because that's a good way to kind of gauge the overall housing sector. And as we all know, the housing sector is basically what got us into this mess. So it's an important one to chart, and it's right around a very important area, and that's why I want to go over it. The day's not quite over yet. Let's see, it's 3:13 p.m. Eastern time right now, so we still got about 45 minutes left. Um, but I want to get this one up because, like I said, we're at a crucial area, and this is one where if it continues to fall, then the overall market's going to follow it. It hasn't been tracking the market exactly, meaning you can see we had 8 red days in a row. But if you look at the broader uh, markets, so let me pull up the Dow Jones, and that'll probably make more sense. So notice all these red days, and then let's pull up the Dow Jones. You can see that only about red days. There were some flat ones, three, but that's the point I'm trying to make is to go back to this. The market's eventually going to follow the home builders because this is what's going on with the housing sector. So this one started to fall, and then the overall market started to go sideways, and then finally they pulled back. Today they're having a better day, but then also you can see we're having a better day here also. So what is this important area? Well, if you follow technical analysis, you know that the 50-day simple moving average is always one of those um, moving averages that a lot of people keep an eye on, and it does have somewhat of a self-fulfilling prophecy around it. Same with the 200-day. Um, People see it, and if it's supposed to act as support, it just does because people expect it to. So in many situations, it does just kind of self-fulfill a prophecy on it. Um, but that's where we're hanging out right here. And once again, a great example. The price came down, hit it, and now we're just hovering right around this area. And this is very important because, like I said, if this falls, then let's go back to the last time it fell and really separated itself. Here it did close below it, but never really separated itself. But at this point, right here, you can see not only did it fall below it, but it continued to separate, and then you saw what happened. A continued decline. Now, the markets that fall off a cliff or anything like that, and that's not what I'm saying if it happens this time, but it is one of those where previous history shows that when the price does pull away from it, there was an extended decline on it. And I'm looking for the same thing here if that happens. If the 50-day does fail here and the price pulls away, I could see the home builders dropping down to either the 200-day simple moving average or maybe a little bit lower down here where we have some of this support level. Basically the same, a little less. But and if that happens, you can bet that the markets are gonna might not mimic it exactly, but the markets will level off and eventually have a bigger pullback than what they've had the past couple of days. Because if things in the housing sector start to go bad again, that's just going to start to affect the financial sector again. And we all know how that'll happen about a year ago at this time. So, but don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we're about to fall off a cliff and the world's about to end. I'm just saying if this area doesn't hold, then look for a broader pullback here within the housing sector, home builders, and that will trickle into other parts of the economy, and I think cause the overall charts to pull back a little bit more too, which at this time I think is going to be healthy because looking at a lot of these charts, they've had big moves up, and right now, these patterns are getting a little. They're making higher highs, but at the same time, it's one of those things where I think a pullback would be a healthy little rest. So in the short term, people might not like it and freak out, but I always use this example, but it's just such a perfect example. But we all know we had this huge move, and then we had this, couple month pullback, and everybody screaming. But look how healthy this pullback was. When this was over, boom, and that's what pullbacks allow charts to do. So Sure, people get angry and frustrated and so forth, and this is what all the markets look like. So not just the home builders, but everything. We had that pullback. I'm sure everybody remembers. Everybody saying, "Oh, the end of the world's back in town," and then it exploded upwards. So pullbacks are healthy, and maybe this will just be the end of this pullback we had here, and it'll bounce back upwards. But if the 50 period does fail, then look for an extended pullback within the housing sectors, which, like I said, I think will trickle into the other Dow Jones, Nasdaq, all those S&P, those ones too. So if you do have any other questions, please shoot me a message, and I'll do my best to help you out. On another note, if you have not already, please check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting really good reviews. And then you'll be subscribed, and you'll get all sorts of things from big boards down to small caps, good variety, no strings attached. It is all free, and our members have been making some good money with some of our ideas and charts. So it's worth checking out. Nothing better than making money while learning at the same time. So it's well worth at least giving a try. Once again, this was XHB, which tracks the home builders, and we'll see what happens the rest of this week. Hopefully, the 50 period can hold.